Well, guys, I just finished the EA conference for 2003, and holy fucking fuck sticks! 2 fucking hours? Are you kidding me? I watched almost the whole thing. I, I, I honestly didn't give a fuck about any of it, but I'm going to try and talk about this in the way that I don't hate EA. I'm going to try and see this in a way that I can see it as somebody that walks into this that likes that kind of stuff, that likes paying microtransactions, that likes EA, that likes virtue signaling and all that bullshit. I mean, I'm definitely going to put in my hot takes of the politics and whatnot. There'll be some humor. There's going to be some fucking cringe because, oh my god, the level of cringe was bad. And I have a sneaking suspicion about a certain someone, about a certain something. So let's get into this. This is, oh my god, really bad. Let's start off with what did EA show? There you go. Look at me. There I am. Okay, EA showed Jedi Fallen Order. They showed Season 1 and Season 2 of Apex Legends. They talked about Battlefield 5. They talked about FIFA 20. They talked about Anthem for a very, very short while. They talked about Madden 20. They talked about The Sims 4. The Sims 4 is still a fucking thing. Can you believe that? That's absolutely ridiculous. You can see here, I gotta put a poster up here. This wall is empty. It needs something. And now that I see it on camera, I think I'll do it. Anywho, let's get into this. Holy fucking shit. Alright, so EA started off talking about Star Wars. Now, apparently, this game, Jedi Fallen Order, is in alpha when they showed 15 minutes of the play. Apparently, this is going to be all canon. This is Star Wars canon. I mean, I'm not too... I don't have a lot of faith in this because look at Disney and look how they fucked up that canon shit. They canceled all the stuff that was canon, said, nope, that's not canon anymore, and then made their own shit, and it's absolute garbage. I'm sure that the guy Stig, one of the guys that works on this, was like, I hope that Star Wars fans understand that we're really doing our best to honor the brand. And I honestly, genuinely think that he thinks that too. But let's get into this. So, you are not going to be able to play like Knights of the Old Republic. Unfortunately, the character is the character. So, what you get is what you get. A lot of people are kind of pissed off at that because people liked making their characters. There is no light and dark option. This is a straight up Jedi story. So if you don't like Jedi, I got some news for you. You're not going to like this game. There's this little robot dude that follows you in the game. His name is BD1. Best dude or whatever. Whatever. He somehow connects onto your back and when you run around. But it doesn't like there's anywhere to connect, so I think that's kind of stupid that he kind of rides on your back when there's no way for it to connect. Okay. There was this guy that started off the EA conference. His name is, Greg Miller. And boy, is he cringe. Oh my god, is he cringe. So... get that out of the way. There we go. That makes me feel better. So, basically, this guy, freaking too enthusiastic, very obnoxious, totally fake, and, oh my god, I caught him in not one, not two, but 3 places that just really make me question him. And we'll get into that later. So first, let's get into, the lightsaber. The lightsaber did not look that great. I mean, this is alpha, So maybe they'll change it. But Knights of the Old Republic had a better looking lightsaber than this game. There are going to be some things that are different. Like there's something called the Purge Trooper. And the Purge Trooper is a trooper that is wearing black armor, and he has a staff with 2 electric sides on both sides. I thought that was a cool character. Honestly, there was some really cool things that happened. Like when you try and force pull him into you, he puts his staff down and then holds it, and then eventually lets the force pull him towards you, and then he'll slice you. Unlike other troopers where you can just force grab them and then stab them in the belly with your lightsaber. Honestly, it looked like the enemies were a little too easy to fight. So far what we saw is stormtroopers, scout troopers, flame troopers, which I don't know. We can just put a 40K joke there because, you know, the flamers. But anywho, I haven't played 40K before, so I don't know anything about Warhammer. I've heard too much of it. Discord, Subverse has it all the time. Anyway, let's see. The force moves that you had were push, pull, force flip, which is a double jump because they had to implement double jumping somehow or another, and slow. So they got some fucking Prince of Persia shit going on here. You can run on walls, you can climb up walls and jump over from one wall to another. It definitely feels Prince of Persia-ish. And then they put the force slow move in there, which basically can make it so you can slow down your enemies, or you can stop bullets, force grab an enemy and then put it in front of the bullet that they shot so they can kill themselves. I mean, I guess it's cool, but I don't know, it's a game that feels like it really should be something you're excited for. But I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's in alpha stage right now. But like, yeah, I don't know. It just looked really repetitive and not in a good way. It did seem like I was watching other YouTube videos and they were saying that when they did get to play the game, or they heard other people when they got to play the game, that it actually was a lot of fun and that it was good. A lot better than what they just showed in the 15 minutes. So, I don't really have an answer for that, but yeah. Now, let's see. Let's get into the people that are... Oh, yeah. This is really funny. Greg Miller said, for the people that are FIFA fans and don't know anything about this, what is this game? So EA really knows their audience, right? They're like, yeah, we know that you won't care about this, but we're still gonna talk about it anyway. So that was pretty damn funny. The game is better when playing it. Yeah, so that's what I've heard. Apparently BD1 is not going to just be a little backpack buddy. He can hack doors for you, hack machinery. He can scan things, kind of like from Metroid Prime, get some information from things and get some lore. He can carry stuff like stim packs and health. So, yeah, there's cool stuff. Now, this is where the cringe comes in. Oh, my God. So, Greg Miller said this, and you can look it up yourself. I'm going to put the EA conference in the description. At first, I was just going to make this one joke, but then it just kept going. I was like, oh my God, maybe this is a pattern. So, I'm not trying to say anything about the dude, but I'm just saying I have my suspicions, okay? So, this is what he said. Yes, that's what I wanted. The little boy. And that's at 17:15. So if you go right there, you can look it. And I just gonna put, I bet he regrets saying that. But then, at freaking 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 9 seconds in, he's holding a fucking kid. And then, 2 hours and 26 minutes and 30 seconds, he talks about making an Apex Legend character called the Grappler. And the Grappler is apparently not above kidnapping people. What the fuck? Seriously, that's just bad. Bad. Oh my god, so bad. Oh. Oh, by the way, the lasers that are being shot in the Jedi Fallen Order feels way too slow. I think they need to speed that up. I understand that they want you to be able to see it so you can dodge it, but it's going way too slow. Okay, now on to Apex Legends. So, oh, yeah. So I'll talk about Apex Legends first, and then I'll talk about the other stuff. So, they apparently are doing seasons. So season 1, season 2. So what I'm guessing, I don't play these games, is that you can play Apex Legends season 1, and then you'll eventually get capped at like level 100 or something. And then eventually season 2 comes out, and then you just start it over again. And you collect new loot, you get new skins, you get like a new legend, which is like the characters that you play as. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm not one for microtransaction games, but if you do like microtransaction games, this game seemed pretty alright. Like, I was really impressed with with this part of the interview. I really don't have anything negative to say, except for I hate microtransactions and loot boxes. And I mean, this is what the game is like you pay for a battle pass, and then you get all this cool stuff. So it's kind of like a subscription. But, I mean, if you support it, then support it, you know? I mean, yeah, I might judge a little bit, but it doesn't, what I think doesn't matter. You know, just do what you love. I mean, I'll always put my commentary in, but please, enjoy your stuff. So Apex Legends Season 1 was doing this thing where they were doing a legendary hunt event with like new exclusive skins, and the top 5 legends that like won the battle would get to go into the elite queue, and then they would battle each other. So it would be the best of the best battling each other, and then they could potentially get the Tamed Beast triple take. I thought that was pretty cool. Right now, from the 7th to the 9th, which is over now, you could have gotten double EXP, and you know, that was pretty cool of them to do. Apparently, getting a level 15 battle pass earns you a Night Terror Wraith, which is, I don't know if that was a skin or if that was a new legend, but that's pretty cool. Apparently, they were really trying to push the battle pass thing, because everyone gets an Honored Prey that has battle pass. Honored Prey was a certain type of gun. So they definitely had different skins they were showing. They showed this one guy called Bloodhound, Master of the Hunt Bloodhound. And I don't know, again, if it's a skin or if it's a legend, but, you know, it was cool. I dug it. I thought they really, like, so all of these freaking things, every time they're like, well, we're listening to customer feedback. Oh, we're listening to customer feedback. Oh, we're listening to customer. Oh my God, they said it over and over again. And I was like, yeah, right. You're a fucking liar. But I truly feel that Apex Legend really is trying to listen to their, you know, audience and fix things. And, you know, make it the way that is going to be fun and enjoyable and keep the game going. So that's all Season 1, right? We got Season 1. And then Season 2 is going to be coming out in July 2nd, and it's got some pretty interesting things. There's a new character called Watson, which is a new legend, and apparently she's going to be strong in defenses. She'll have like this electricity machine that spins around in the middle that will increase her powers to be able to charge up quicker. It will also negate like weapons, you know, being thrown at you like grenades or something, apparently. And the really cool function that she had was making defense grids. Like, she's all about making laser defense fields. So you put one stick down, you put another stick down, make a little defense grid. And you can have up to 12 little poles out, so you can make a pretty big defense grid. So it's a new way to play the game. I thought that was really cool. Apparently they're going to have a rank mode. There's going to be 6 tiers. That's coming out with Season 2. So apparently customers were saying that they wanted that. And so, once again, Apex Legends is listening. I think that's really cool. New weapons, new skins, blah, blah, blah. Trying to get you into the battlefield, the battle points or whatever again. What is it called? The battle something. Battle pass. There we go. So, yeah, they have this new weapon called the L-Star, which I guess is from Titanfall. So that's kind of cool that they're, crossing things in. But the L-Star is so powerful that it's only in a care package on the field or something. So you can't. Yeah, that's the only way you can have it. It's super potent. It can break down doors and whatnot. So really cool. Map event. There's going to be a new map event. Like I said, they're listening to the community. So new map event, new weapon, new way to play the game. That sounds really cool. They're going to get rid of the challenge base and make it... No, they're making it time challenge based instead of time based, or vice versa. I can't remember anymore. But someone was complaining, or people that were playing the game were complaining about that, so they changed it. I think they're changing it from challenge based to time based, but I don't remember. Anyway, I wrote that weird. Daily, weekly challenges are gonna happen, and daily and weekly challenges. And the really cool thing about this is that you can stack them. So what the guy was saying is, so you decide you don't go on for like a whole month, right? Well, that's okay. They're not going to disappear. You're going to have your daily and weekly challenges right there, ready to go. And I think that was a battle pass thing. So that's really cool that they're like giving options like that. They're getting rid of badges and stat trackers, and they're putting 3 new content types in, apparently. I don't know what all this means. I don't play the game, but I was just really impressed with all of this. Skins and more crafting metals and stuff like that. Like, yeah, so they're giving people what they want. Pretty much that's what's going on. I thought that was really cool. Now, on to the next one. Battlefield 5. I cannot believe that people bought this game still. I mean, and if they're making maps for it, that means that it's doing pretty all right. Which means that all those people that boycotted it eventually were like, oh, it's only 50% off. I'll buy it. Great. Good job. I'm always going to hate EA because of what Spore could have been. Now, don't get me wrong. Spore is a fantastic game as it is, but it could have been so much more. And it's EA's fault that it's not. All right, moving on. So, different battle maps. So, some maps are getting really intimate and close combat and like crazy, thinking you have to like go in and out of like different buildings and homes and stuff, and there's lots of corners to hide around. And so, it seemed really tactical, really cool. And then there was El Sundan, and then that one was that looked like a big open world with tanks and like aircraft and like all sorts of crazy vehicles and whatnot. So that looked like an open game world map that just had you like go crazy in big area combat with vehicles. And then they talked about another one. I guess that they're gonna have like 4 different maps, but that's all they really talked about is just maps. And now we got to FIFA. And FIFA was talking about Volta Football, and that's basically like street football. I thought this was really cool. Of course, I don't appreciate the... I'm going to say it, SJW bullshit. Like, they're like, oh, we want to bring diversity, culture, and blah, blah, blah into this. And, like, apparently diversity and culture means everywhere except for anywhere that has white people. Like seriously. Apparently, white people don't have any diversity at all. I don't get it. But, so FIFA Volta, I totally understand why they're doing this, and it does make sense because football is important all over the world, and it's not here in America. But they have that same mindset in all of the EA. it's really cringy, and I'll talk about that later. So FIFA Volta Football Street, they wanted to put like like how people in other countries play football, which there's like cages or something that people go in, and there's not really a net. It's just like a little like cement wall, and they'll kick it into there. So you have your own personality, you have your own kind of style and whatnot, and like you're not professional and you don't need to be. So apparently what they were saying for FIFA 20 is that you'll be able to change your hair, change the what clothes you wear. You can wear jeans if you want, like do whatever, of course, behind those microtransactions. And am I right? Yeah, so it's still gonna be a shit game. But pretty much they're saying that you're going to get to represent yourself in the game as long as you pay, as long as you give them the money for it. So I think that's kind of cool. They were also talking about AI improvement. They showed kind of something about like moving a cursor at the goal and then being able to spin the ball to make it go in a different way. The physics looked kind of bad. They need to work on that. But I mean, I wasn't really that disappointed with FIFA. FIFA looked alright. I just know that it's shit because it's EA. Okay. Next thing. They made a public announcement about bullying. And you know who was on the screen? A black person and an Asian. That's right. To bring up these problems, they definitely used their diversity right there. And seriously, it was just really cringy because games have people that are toxic. Yes, there's nothing wrong with it. In fact, it can be pretty funny. There's different levels of all of these things. Bullying is not a problem as long as it's a low-level bully. If you like, that's what people really need to understand, is that there are levels to everything. There's levels to love, there's levels to hate, there's levels to picking on someone. There's levels of working out. There's levels of playing video games. I mean, there's levels to everything. And we really need to kind of accept that and talk about that more. That a certain level of blah, blah, blah is not okay. I mean, to try and get rid of it outright is just blatantly stupid. It can be just fun in games, like people just kind of shitting with each other, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. It was just really cringe. So there's been a lot of cringe things. Also, fuck EA and fuck Trevor Noah. They had him on for a short while to talk about him and how he loves playing FIFA. Obviously, I have no respect for EA already, but for them to put Trevor Noah on there, I definitely completely kind of checked out. I was like, no, fuck you, EA. Absolutely fuck you. Another thing that really pisses me off about EA is that you have to log in every time you want to play. You have to be in their system, even if it's a single player game. Like Burnout. I was super excited to see Burnout, and I forgot that it was EA. So I bought it. This was a while ago before I boycotted PlayStation. But then I was like, oh shit, it's EA, isn't it? And then I remember trying to log on, and I was like, God damn it. I don't want to do this. So, anywho, yeah, there's that. Anthem. So, it was shown for a very short while. I feel really bad for the guy. Ben Irving, lead producer, was there, and he was saying, it doesn't matter what we think. What matters is what the players think. We're listening to feedback. And I'm like, yeah, that's the only way you're going to save that game. And so that person that is in Anthem might actually be listening to the feedback that they kept talking about throughout this whole damn conference. But they say that the future is bright for Anthem and that they're going to bring it back. I mean, I don't really know about that, but good luck. Good luck. I just thought it was really funny. You know, like they keep saying, "Oh, we're listening to your feedback. We hear you." And like if you heard us, you take away the fucking microtransactions, you asshole. Like again, I have no respect for all of this because there was a story, and I've brought this up before, of the guy in the UK or whatnot spending $10,000 or something like that in 2 years on microtransactions for FIFA. It's like, the fuck, man? Like, you need to like maybe set up a thing that says, "Hey, we noticed you've been spending a lot of money. Maybe take a break. We appreciate the funds." Or, I don't know. Fuck. I know you just want your money, but my God, it's terrible. All right, now down to Madden 20. So Madden has a story mode. When you get drafted or something, you know, you're kind of like having a little bit of a sweat and you're like, you know, new, you're green around the ears and whatnot. And so, yeah, I mean, that's kind of cool and all, but at the same time, microtransactions galore. And I can't really, I don't know. Dynamic challenges and weekly challenge. Dynamic challenges weekly, so apparently they'll give you like different challenges to do per week that will boost your stats and whatnot. Playbook, new formations and stuff. This is what they said they'd add. Ultimate missions, up to date content, guide information. So that was kind of cool. You know, like you want to know more about the character, up to date. They're gonna make it so that's easy. Um, X Factor abilities, I didn't really care enough to try and understand that, but apparently that's going to be in the game. Like stats or different kind of moves that certain players have that you can put on them. And then boom, we got to the Madden rating adjuster. I thought this was pretty cool. Apparently there's a guy out there who listens to a whole bunch of football players say, "No, that's not my ratings. You guys have me totally wrong. I can do this, this, and this." And so he goes out there and he tests them and then puts the rating down for the football players so they're more accurate. I thought that was pretty cool. So Madden rating adjuster is a real thing apparently. Okay. And now off to the last and final thing, which I was just like, are you, what? Really? The fuck? And that's The Sims 4. Apparently The Sims 4 is still getting expansion packs and still getting updated. What the fuck? So, this Sims 4 was talking about putting in an expansion pack called Island Living, which I think is really funny because of what Nintendo Direct was showing with their Animal Crossing. We'll get into that with another video. But, yeah, with this one, you'll be able to, you know, hang out on an island. You actually live on the island. It's Island Living. And they kind of did some research on Polynesian stuff and whatnot, kava drinks or something like that. And, you know, you have an active volcano on there, so you can choose to be dangerously close to it or live far away. A new feature with The Sims 4, too, was swimming in the water and also mermaids. So that was kind of cool. I would think that, you know, since they have the sex thing going on, I wonder if the mermaids can get it on with dolphins. That's just a question I have. I don't know. I just went there because it just if you watch it, you'll see what I mean. Anywho, there's gonna be hair difference. You can get so many different things of hair, accessories, clothes, you know, whatever. You can prank your friends, like you can put suntan lotion on them so like they burn in some places and they, you know, don't in others. You know, you can be a good person or a bad person on the island. There'll be festivals. You can be different you can do different jobs there, like being a lifeguard. While you're a lifeguard, you can get a suntan. And you know, if you care about the environment, you can change that as a career as well and clean up the island with all the garbage around it. I thought it was pretty cool. And then they went ahead and announced another thing. Apparently, Sims 4 is going to add Pride items, you know, because Pride Month. And yeah, so they didn't say what they were, but yeah, they're adding Pride items. And yeah, that's pretty gay. But yeah, I think that's really cool. Apparently, they're gonna have gender neutral bathrooms and such like that, and they're gonna have like gender stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm all down for people being able to play however they want. Um, do I agree with different genders being 100 and different whatever? I no. I mean, being a helicopter or I identify as that or that, you know, no, I know I don't, but I don't have to, and that's cool. And I'm happy for the people that do. Like, good for you. You go ahead. And apparently, Sims 4 is going to be also releasing something called Realms of Magic in fall. So another expansion. So it seems that Sims 4 is definitely still active. Very crazy. But yeah, that's my first take on EA, and boy, it was freaking cringy, man. I can't lie, especially that first host with, like, again, if you want to check it out, it's yeah, 1715, where he says, "Yes, that's what I wanted, the little boy," and then he says at 15109. He doesn't say anything. Well, he does say things, but he's actually holding a kid. So then that just makes the image that much worse. And then at 22630, he makes a legend character called the Grabbler, and he's not he's not afraid to kidnap it. So I don't know. That just sent some freaking red flags up for me. Anywho, I hope that you enjoyed this. This is the first of many E3 reviews or whatnot. I'm Cuckoo, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.